What's good with YouTube? It's your boy Tick Too Hard. Whatever you want to call it, I'm back again with another upload. I'm trying to build a YouTube channel. I'm trying to just speak on topics, so I can get involved, get in the algorithm, get y'all involved, bring y'all some good content, like no other. Because, I'm not, I know y'all hear this a lot, but I'm not a biased person in a lot of situations. I show no favoritism, and in my eyes, right is right, wrong is wrong. If it look like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. But the topic I want to speak on today is the young thug and son situation. It's a sticky situation because basically I'm put like this. I'm finna put a lot of stuff into perspective instead of everybody just looking at it like one way. What the son said, especially because everybody really just on thug neck because the son said he putting over his own kid. But man, the way these kids is these days, and if you see Young Thug's son on IG, he got guns and how he act, and you can't tell these kids nothing these days, whether they yours or not. And people be like, "Oh, well, you wrong for washing your hand with your child," but sometimes parents have to because of the simple fact these kids think that they grown than the parents these days. And me, as of right now today, I'm 32 years old. And I just remember back to when I was young with my father and my mama, they both washed their hands with me at some point in time. But as I got older, I realized it was me with my arrogance and my childish ways and my lack of maturity. With that being said, he looked up to his dad. His dad is Young Thug, and then the type of music that Thug was putting out, that played a part too. But at the same time, when these kids out here and they acting the way they acting, like this generation is one of the worst we've seen so far. And that's how they do want to play with guns and just talk, run their mouth. They want people to have sympathy for them, to treat them like kids, but they out here doing grown man stuff, trying to think like a grown man, but not using their emotions and actions and moving like a grown man. And I feel a little bit of coming from because I was in that situation before. But like I said, once again, I realized that only made me stronger. And my pops didn't have nearly as much going for himself as Young Thug. I just really feel like if he was act like you got a silver spoon. These kids grew up with these silver spoons in their mouth and they still want to be thugs. And when their parents wash their hands with them, they just feel like their parents wrong. But no, it's you. Like, I gave you a good life. You chose to want to be something that you're not. Just an image that you saw and you want to portray. And I know a lot of people and then another way I think about it, and I know a lot of other people think about it is, it's in the genes. But at the same time, that's like generational curses that a lot of us talk about. We try to break generational curses. And if I made a way for you, you shouldn't be out here doing what I do. Like, why would I support my son in anything if it's nothing positive? He ain't going to school trying to start a business. If he out here in these streets playing with guns and whatnot, then that's on him. I can only tell him so much because once again, like I said, these kids, they think that they are older than us and have more authority than us and tell us what to do. If they could, they would just let us work, get the money, how we get our money, whether you working 9 to 5, you hustling, or you entertainer or what. They feel like that's theirs. But if you want it to be yours, you gotta abide by my rules and go by what I'm trying to lay out for you. Because I'm pretty sure Thug ain't trying to lead his son in the wrong way. He didn't even want to be in jail for them little 2-3 years he was in jail. I know he don't want that for his son. And I know the situation with the kid mom, with the little boy mom, and what happened with his mom. And I know, that probably have an effect on him. I feel like the biggest thing that he can do and Thug could do is basically seek therapy. That's all I can say. Because coming to the internet with it just gonna put smut on your name and your dad's name. Like, look at 50 Cent and his oldest son. We don't want that type of situation for Young Thug and his son. You know, we don't want young thugs son out getting in trouble like King and Tootie be out here getting in trouble, you know. So the point I'm trying to make is this: these kids, because we were all kids once. Like me, for instance, I'm gonna use the example. I got suspended from school, or I failed a test, or I was in detention. I would come home and tell my mom, "Mama, that teacher don't like me." But she had a reason for not liking me. If she did not like me, because they liked me. It just was my ways, the way that I acted, disruptive, you know, smart mouth, want to joke and John all day. So you can't fault them for that. And that's the same with these kids these days. Like, they want to be grown, but they also want to seek sympathy as a child at the same time. And we gotta just wash our hands with it sometimes, let them know that ain't life. Life don't work like that. Like, they feel like they, with their guns and on their drugs, they Superman. So I mean, to be honest with y'all, man, I was hell on wheels when I was young, but the way these youngsters is now, I'm afraid of them. And then me personally, I don't believe in toting guns. So just being around the youngsters, especially when I'm back at home and I'm at the club, you know, everybody got guns with extendos and switches. I'm like, man, when did all this become necessary? And then their minds ain't even fully developed yet, so they only think one way. They don't think about consequences and the repercussions of who they could hurt. Not even the person that they harming, but their own parents, you know. So it's levels to this, and before we go pointing the finger at Young Thug and what he got going on with his old lady, we also need to look at that child, because we were all once children once, and we lied about simple stuff just for attention, you know. So we just all need to keep that in mind. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to build this channel, man. I'm trying to bring y'all good content. I'm just gonna be honest with you, like, I got a lot to say, you know, speak on about different stuff. Just different perspective, you know, to put something fresh out there, because it's like everything else, you know, kind of be the same, you know. We haven't really just had a breath of fresh air since Charleston White, J Mane, you know, somebody like that. But yeah, y'all stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe. Help me out here. Shit, goddamn, help my brother out. Deuces.